It happened at 11:23 a.m. on a Tuesday, in the middle of the school hallway. Stick was walking normal walk, not the coached one, not the mystery walk, just his books in hand, minding his own business. And, from somewhere to the left, about 12 feet away, a group of students he didn't know very well started laughing. Loud. Stick looked over. They weren't looking at him. They were looking at a phone. One of them was saying something, the others were laughing harder. Stick kept walking, but something had already started. By the time he reached his locker, the thought was fully formed. They had been laughing at him. He didn't know why. He didn't have evidence. But the laugh had been loud, and it had happened exactly when he walked past. And the brain had taken those two facts and built a very convincing case. Spoony found him at the locker. Stick was staring at the combination without turning it. What happened? Nothing. Something happened. Nothing happened. Spoony looked at him for 3 seconds. Something happened. What was it? Stick told him about the laugh. Spoony's eye went wide. The clipboard appeared. Okay, we need to find out what they were laughing at. We don't need to find out, we absolutely need McStold to find out. Information is power. Spike, arriving from the side, Tynes already in the down position. We don't need to find out. Mugsy walking past. One look at the clipboard. Don't. Spoony was already gone. The investigation lasted 47 minutes. Spoony asked 3 people who didn't know what he was talking about, checked to social media accounts that told him nothing, and at one point stood near the group and laughed at something he couldn't hear to seem casual, which did not seem casual. He returned with a clipboard full of nothing and the unshakable belief that something was there. They definitely laughed at something, Spoony reported. Yes, Stick said. That's what laughing is. Something specific. Spoony. I just need one more. Spike's Tyne raised Spoony. Mugsy appeared from behind the locker. Just his eye. One look at Spoony. Then gone. By lunch, the theory had grown. Not because anything new had happened, because nothing new had happened, which the brain interpreted as suspicious. The specific laugh kept replaying. The timing kept being significant. The fact that Stick didn't know them well kept meaning something it probably didn't mean. Stick sat at his own table, fork in hand, not eating. You're not eating, Spike said. I'm thinking about the laugh, about something. Spike's tines lowered gently. He didn't say anything else. He just stayed. Which was the Spike version of a lot. By the end of lunch, Stick had a complete theory. It involved something he'd said in class 3 weeks ago. It involved the way he walked into the room that morning. It involved a version of himself that he'd been slightly embarrassed about since September and had apparently not resolved as quietly as he thought. Spoony, listening to the theory, was writing things down. Mugsy, listening to the theory, put down his food again. That's a lot, Mugsy said. It was the most words Mugsy had said in one sentence in 6 episodes. Lumi found Stick after school. Same corner, different problem, same expression. What happened? She asked. Some people laughed. Near me, they probably weren't laughing at me, but it felt like they were. Lumi sat beside him. The glow in her chest was steady, warm. She didn't say anything for a moment. Can I tell you something? Stick looked at her. There's something called the spotlight effect. It's the tendency to believe you're being observed and evaluated much more than you actually are. The research shows that people consistently overestimate how much others notice them, their appearance, their mistakes, their awkward moments, the people laughing. They had already moved on before you reached your locker. The laugh was 30 seconds of their day. It became 3 hours of yours. Stick thought about that. There's also something called the illusion of transparency. The feeling that what you're experiencing inside is visible to everyone outside. The embarrassment from September, the way you walked into the room, none of that was visible to the people at the laugh. They weren't looking for it. Most people aren't looking for anything about anyone. They're too busy worrying about what people think of them. Stick was quiet for a moment. So they weren't laughing at me. Almost certainly not. But even if they were, they've forgotten about it. You're the only one who's still in that hallway. Stick thought about the 11:23 laugh. The timeline? The theory that had grown all day? I spent 3 hours in a hallway they left in 30 seconds. Lumi almost smiled. That's it, exactly. From down the hallway, Spoony running, clipboard raised, Stick. I found the video they were re-watching. It was a cat. Mugsy stepped out. No Spike. Behind Mugsy, please. Stick looked at Lumi. Lumi looked at Stick. A cat. Stick said. Almost certainly a cat, Lumi said. He stood up, walked back toward the school entrance, past the spot in the hallway where it had happened. The spot was just a spot. The hallway was just a hallway. The laugh was 30 seconds of someone else's Tuesday. He kept walking. Was it actually a cat?